Okay, everybody, here is the first set of books I ordered for our new homeschool this year. I have a kindergartner and a first grader who will be starting to homeschool this year, and I am so excited. Nature, outdoors, learning about older times, how we got here. All of this is very important to us, so I thought this was the best resource I could find online. This is a 3-book collection. There's farm anatomy, nature anatomy, and food anatomy. It includes 10 frameable prints, which I will show you. We can do that first. And these are like a thicker paper, kind of like cardstock, but not quite, but very good quality. So we have Sunday anatomy. Some of these would be perfect in a kitchen or up on your homeschool area wall, like as you're covering each topic. Anatomy of a food truck, or you can just buy a couple dollar store frames. That's what I was thinking about doing and setting them up. Okay, short order of an egg lingo. Feathers. Parts of a horse. Wildflowers. Comb styles, herbs, tree identification. My husband's an arborist, so every time we go out into the woods for a hike, he's always identifying the trees for us, even for me, and I love it. So this is something that my husband, I'm gonna get in on to help with them. Okay, common barn styles. Okay, so there's the 10 frameable pictures they include in their sets. Put that to the side. Okay, here's the 3 books. Here's the front. Okay, so first we will start with food anatomy. I don't have a fancy phone holder, so you just have to bear with me on this. Okay. Food anatomy. I'm just going to do a quick flip through because this can be a very long video. There's about 220 pages per book, but just so you can get a look inside of each one. Okay, there's the contents. This is a little backstory, the introduction. Okay, chapter 1, food for thoughts. A brief history of food.
Will you open this for me? Will you open this?
Ashley, you need to give me a second. Okay, so there's the brief history of food. Sorry, I'm off track now because my daughter wanted a snack. Okay. A few tasty words to know. Place settings. Just use my elbow, I guess. Kinds of forks, kinds of spoons. In the cupboard. A century of stoves. This is pretty cool. The ice age of refrigeration. Fermentation. Eat your fruits and veggies. Okay, I'm gonna try to make that. There you go, that's better. Dining on the plant family. Edible parts of flowering plants. Fruit facts. Sorry, I'm just gonna go a little bit quick, but just so you guys get an idea of what is in these books. tropical fruits, berry basics, go bananas, citrus, my kids don't know what quiet means. Feeling nutty. I like the little titles of some of these. Good grains. Now this is all self-illustrated. This is such an awesome collection to have in any homeschooling home or just in your home in general. My kids are going to learn a lot from these books. And I was going to pair it up with like an extra worksheet or something like that to do with the lesson. So I'm going to make a lot of photocopies. And we're going to just focus certain lessons off of some pages in these books. There's definitely a lot to get through, a couple school years in here. Some shapes of pasta. Making pasta. Jane's noodle pudding. It's interesting. Delectable dumplings from around the world. Pancakes around the world. The meat of the matter. Prime cuts. How meat cooks. Dry meat. I'm just going to go a little bit quick. Sausage blends, knives for butchering. 5 fabulous food fish. How to fillet a fish. Other edible sea creatures. Seafood cookery tools. Fresh fish. Kinds of sushi. Eating the whole chicken. Short order egg lingo was one of the posters that I showed you. Dairy Queen's Milkmaid Math. Delicious Dairy. How to butter in 3 easy steps. Real deal buttermilk pancakes. Cheese anatomy. Basic steps of making cheese. American cheese. Street food. Hot dogs. Anatomy of food truck was another poster. Pizza. 6 superb spice blends. Creamy maple mocha pudding. Sounds amazing. Olive oil argot. How to make vinegar in 5 easy steps. Drink up. Espresso guide. Espresso machine. A spot of tea. Tea time around the world. Basic steps of making wine. Wine tasting. Cocktail maker's toolkit. Sweet tooth. Common cakes. Cake making terms. For all ice cream. We all scream of ice cream. Sunday anatomy was one of the posters. How chocolate is made. Homemade butterscotch sauce. Old-fashioned candy shop. Pastry tools. Soft sweets around the world. Donuts. Fortune cookie. Okay. So that was one book. Like I said, they're all pretty long. This was about 220 pages. So that was book 1 of 3. Put that there. Next book we are going to look at is Nature Anatomy. This is going to be our favorite, and my husband's going to get really involved with this. I'm going to do a quick flip through again. There's contents. Okay, common ground. Really moving. Layers of the earth. Minerals. The rock cycle. Can you guys please calm down? Fossils. I have no idea what they're doing out there. Landforms. Delta. Okay. Mountains. North American landscapes. Field. Loose landscape. What's up? Up in the atmosphere. Predicting weather. A water cycle. Snowflakes. It's pretty cool. Rainbows. Sunsets. Phases of the moon. Constellations. Guys, can you please calm down? Anatomy of a flower, a wildflowers. This was one of the posters too, I believe. Anatomy of a bee, anatomy of a butterfly, metamorphosis, beautiful butterflies, colorful moths. Can you guys please calm down? I'm sorry, I don't know how to edit my videos, and if I'm trying to tell them to calm down, I'm sorry. It's just real life right here. I'm just trying to show these books. I hear them jumping on, one of them is jumping on the trampoline. One is making a fort with the couch cushions. It's too hot outside. It's like 95 degrees out, so we're kind of stuck in here. Anatomy of an ant. Take a hike. Tree shapes. Anatomy of a... Hi, Clara. Sorry, my son's talking to me now. Okay, this is going to be so awesome for my husband. Like I was saying about him being an arborist, and he's going to get really involved in this. Anatomy of a tree trunk. He's a tree expert, so this he can explain a lot better to them besides me just like reading the words. He might have even more detail to go in with them. Lots of our nature walks, we can say like we want to find sugar maple. We can make a study on that, bring our nature notebooks. We have a nature notebook that goes along with this book actually too. And we can try to find them, and we can sketch them out in the forest. That sounds really fun. Okay. Some more beautiful bark. Anatomy of a fern. Okay, anatomy of a mushroom. Marvelous mushrooms, a rotting log. Creature feature, animals in the neighborhood. Anatomy of a bat. That's cool. Tree squirrels, ground squirrels, black bear versus grizzly bear. So we can tell the differences. The Lyme bacteria cycle. We're always in the forest, so there's all these kind of animals too we tell the kids about, and especially ticks. Ticks are so bad lately. Snakes, lizards, wild cats, wild dogs, and animals with antlers. Okay. Ooh, this is cool. Beaver dam. By AMC behind there's lots of beaver dams we've shown the kids, so we can go, that's like a free field trip. We can go over there again and talk to them about beaver dam. So that's cool, a little ride to take that's like less than 5 minutes away. Okay, little birds hold me. My children love bird watching. by our back door, our neighbor has lots of bird feeders out, so we have a bird watching chart with all the different types of birds just taped up onto the wall, and we talk about the birds that we see. So this has even more birds, so we can actually really go bird watching somewhere else. We have like 6 types of birds that come out back of our house normally, so it's pretty cool. We can find some more. Some beautiful feathers. That was another poster. Bird calls. Variety of nests. Extraordinary eggs. Birds of prey. Big birds. Water birds. It's the water or water bodies. Ecosystem of a pond. A few freshwater fish. Like I said, it's another thing. We go fishing a lot. Like this book is like the perfect book for our family. They are all perfect. But this one I think we're going to have so much fun with for years to come. Water bugs. Ugh, I hate water bugs. Toad vs. Frog. A life cycle of a frog. Fantastic saltwater fish. Anatomy of a jellyfish. On the sand. The seashells by the seashore. We can do a little unit study on this and go to the beach, even if it's in fall, and see what we can find. Some seaweed. Okay, so there's that book. This book, like I said, about 220 pages as well. Now we are on to the final book, which is Farm Anatomy. Okay. It's a long video, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to do a full flip through. Contents. Okay. Okay, this is their farm. Breaking ground, soil, mineral, windbreaks, pot, composting, raised on a barn, common barn styles. This is another poster. Timber construction, common barn doors, barn cupolas, barn named birds, chicken coop, development of a chicken embryo in 21 days. I'm saying, if you live on a farm too and you have young children, this is a perfect like introductory book about everything that is going on in the farm. The tractor and its implements. This is like types of machinery around the farm. Harvesting hay, square, round, machinery. Chainsaw filling, stacking, tree identification, which was one of the posters. In the tool shed, plant a seed. Average dates of last spring frost. Average dates of first autumn frost. Okay. So plants. How to build a bean teepee. Dry bean varieties. Four ways to grow tomatoes. This is something my husband wants to do. How to can tomatoes. Carrot cake. Okay, here's some more recipes. Parts of a rooster. Comb styles, which is a poster. Egg breeds, meat breeds. Now I have an egg, fresh eggs. Duck and geese, and turkey, and parts of a beef animal, how a cow's stomach works, dairy breeds, how to milk a cow, a milking machine, parts of a goat, fiber goats, knots. My daughter loves trying to make knots now because of my husband as well. Parts of a horse, that was another poster. Horses and mules, parts of a pig, parts of a sheep, sheep breeds, shearing sheep, skirting the fleece, parts of a rabbit. There's another rabbit page I just skipped. Coat types and colors, and parts of a bee, parts of a hive, wildflowers, country wining and dining, old-fashioned country kitchen, winemaking equipment, the dandelion wine. I really want to make this. I was thinking about putting my children to work last spring and trying to make my own, so maybe next spring we can do this. Edible flowers, the basics of bread making, basic steps of making cheese. I love cheese, but I can do without that one, but if that interests you, it's there. Butchering knives, how to cut up a chicken, prime cuts of beef, shepherd's pie, prime cuts of pork, dry curing, parts of a lamb, prime parts of a lamb, oven lamb stew, pressure canning, making maple syrup, spinning a yarn, making yarn, how to make a flower press, how to make a husk doll, making candles, making a rag rug, quilts. Okay, that was book 3. So this is the 3-book collection. Okay, 3-book collection, 220 pages each. So there's tons and tons and tons of information in here. Here again, we have our wall hangings that you can set up as you're doing each unit in here. Not unit, but you know, like section. You can just hang them up in your homeschool room. This is just an altogether awesome, well thought out collection. I got all 3 books on Amazon. The whole collection was 30 bucks. On the box, it says it's 50. So, I think Amazon has it cheaper than, or it's just cheaper now. It's probably, maybe it's been out for a while. But I definitely highly recommend, and I'm so excited for all of the lessons I can make with this, and just the learning and the field trips we can go on, basically free for all these. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.